Hey guys, it's Jackie here from CrossFit VSC. I just wanted to touch base with you guys today on just some bits and pieces about avoiding back pain and some causes behind back pain that you may come across in your CrossFit journey. Right, guys, there's 4 major areas that I'm going to focus on today, which is tightness and or weakness. Also ego lifting, so sort of pushing beyond the weights that really your body's prepared for just now, and doing it with poor form also. The last one is also day-to-day habits and how they can affect your overall the mobility of your body. So whether you be sitting at a desk or you're driving a car all day, things like that can sort of bind you up and put your body in a bad posture and cause continual pressure on your back. Alright guys, so an area of tightness and weakness, a super common one, particularly if you're a person in a desk job, is tightness and weakness through the glutes. So the first one that we usually see is weakness in the ability to actually activate through the glutes. So people usually have real lazy bums. So some of the ways that we can tackle this is doing some basic stuff like you guys would have done at the start of class, which is things like hip bridges. Is a really great way to get the bum switched on, whether it be the single leg version or the double leg version. So I'm going to show you how to do the single leg ones, just for those of you that don't remember. So lying down onto your back, keeping the shoulders pinned down, sticking a leg straight up in the air, and you're just going to really drive off the heel to drive the hips up, and then straight back down again. Then with the double leg, both feet are on the ground, exactly the same, coming up, nice big squeeze into the bum as you hit the top position, keeping the tummy on. And then driving it back down, letting your bum cheeks touch the floor, but don't rest when you get down there. Cool? So in terms of a rep scheme on those ones, what you want to aim for is say 15 reps, 15 on the singles on each side, and 15 on the double leg. 3 sets should do it. And as I mentioned guys, another one is poor mobility through the hips or tight hips, and particularly through the glutes. So glute and hip rotation, which is our body's ability to rotate and turn our leg side on, that's something that really can affect your body's ability to actually sit down into say a squat or a deadlift, and to actually sit back into that deadlift properly without your bum tucking under. So a good stretch to help you to open up through the hips to allow you to sit into that a little bit better is our pigeon stretch. So pigeon stretch is where we're lying on top of the leg, making sure we're trying to get that leg on a 90 degree and laying down on top of it, whether it be up here or down nice and low, and holding that for up to 1 minute to 2 minutes should be really good to get that loosened up on each side. All right, another one is our hip flexors can often get really bound up, particularly if you're sitting in a chair and you're shortening them all day. They can get really tight and also really weak. So it's super important that we help lengthen them out, particularly before we train. So a really good one that also combines that hip rotation is going into our hip extender stretch. So where we chuck a leg forward, leaning in a really good distance from here, and then we're going to turn onto the side. And then from there, that'll just allow you to open up into that hip. If you want to extend a little bit more, make it a little bit more intense, you can bring that back knee off the ground, and then really turn into that side just a wee bit more. Again, holding that for about 1 minute to 2 minutes should be a really good challenge and help you to open those hips up. Cool guys, and as I mentioned before, ego lifting is a really big one for seeing a lot of people get injuries overall, but also with the back is a big one. So particularly in workouts, when we recommend that the weight be done at a certain percentage, and people go above that percentage and well above that percentage. And this is more so towards workouts that we've got high reps on that weighting. So it's just super important that you listen to the coaches, and any advice that we do give or any correction that we do give, that you really do your best to make that change, because if you don't and you continue on your movement, 9 times out of 10, you're going to cop an injury if you are not listening. And just to finish off, if you have any questions or is any queries you have about any mobility stuff or any injuries or any niggles that you may have along the way, please ask your coaches. We're here to help you out and give you as much info as we can to help your journey in CrossFit be as fun and injury-free as possible.